I'm cold. I've been in the car for a couple minutes. Just I couldn't start my video because my teeth are chattering. It's cold. I'm not used to cold weather yet. I need windshield wiper fluid. I'm in the car. By the way, my name is Roger Keyserling. I do this every day. This is my daily vlog where I just kind of get in here and I talk about business. I talk about my life. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I share all kinds of tips and secrets and insights as I do that. Man, I hope my phone doesn't overheat, but I'm going to have to put vent on. I can't see out the windows. No, it might be okay. I hope my phone doesn't overheat because it's on the dash in front of the vent. But it looks like there might be enough room. All right, today is Monday. Monday. My Monday morning started at about 2:30 this morning. I am not sleeping at night anymore. I tend to go to sleep a little bit earlier than I used to, but I'm still not sleeping at night. I got up. I have just so much work. I'm one of those people that if I have a job undone, it drives me nuts. I'm a little bit behind schedule, not too bad. But I can't sleep if I have work undone because I just sit there and I toss and I turn and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just get up and do that. And then 20 minutes later, I finish and then I go to bed and then I get up and I go, well, maybe I'll just get up and do that. Boy, I got bags under my eyes. You can tell when I don't get any sleep. I get really big bags under my eyes. Oh my goodness. I look terrible, guys. I look pretty bad this morning. By the way, I'm going to share some stuff today. My class reunion is coming. I can't go. I want to go in a roundabout way because there's a few people I'd really like to see that I haven't seen in many, many years. But really, I'll never go. There's two reasons. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I can't handle a crowd more than 10 people, especially if I haven't been around them. I'm not familiar with them. I'll remember everybody, but it's still a crowd of strangers. I haven't seen these people in 35 years. That's one reason. I have post-traumatic stress disorder. The other reason is there's two people I vowed when I left school, I was like, I will never see those people again. Because if I do, I'm going to say something. Guys, you do not want me to say something. Even if you hate me and don't care what I have to say, I will get into your brain. I have degrees in that, so you do not want me to say something. So I decided when I graduated high school, I even told my cousin this. I said, I will never come back here. Not for a class reunion, not for nothing. But that's not the main reason. The main reason I'm not going is, one, I don't want to say anything, but two, and the most important reason, I have post-traumatic stress disorder. That's why I can't even work. I take these corporate jobs. I used to take corporate jobs, and I'd not turn in my insurance stuff for as long as I could get away with it, but I always had big bundles, benefits packages. Well, every 3 months, I would have to get a new corporate job because as soon as I turn the information in, they'd say, well, you're not supposed to even be working. I said, I know. They said, well, you're going to have to, your doctor's calling us. You're going to have to go. And I couldn't do the job very well anyway because the stress thing. When I had a job where I was in my own little office, except for if I can't see out of the office. I don't know who's coming. So, PTSD makes it very difficult to do things that you normally do. But because I'm not going to the reunion, I figured, well, everyone sees me on Facebook anyway. Most of the people that are going to this reunion still communicate with me on Facebook, so. But there's several I'd like to see, but I'm not going to go. I can't go. I'd be there 5 minutes, I'd leave. And then that would be rude and worse than not going at all. If they want to do a video conference with me at the thing, I'll do that. But I doubt it. I wasn't.
Popular?
I was very popular, but not in my own grade. People older than me liked me a lot. So, actually, the year ahead of me that graduated were where most of my friends were. All my friends were in the grade ahead of me. Well, not all, but a large percentage. But the reason for this long-winded, Perfect Finds, the reason for this long-winded story, since I'm not going to the high school reunion, I'm sharing stories publicly on video. And then like this morning, I did a Sunday stream, you know, my Facebook stream. Well, I talked about my tryout for football. That was fun. So what I did was, I made that video into a podcast, and I put the link for the podcast in the group's Facebook page, you know, the class of 1984's Facebook page. And I told them the timestamps so they don't have to listen to all the other stuff, where I talk about my story about trying out for football my freshman year. That was interesting. It was funny because I had no desire to do it, but I had to do it because my parents convinced me that I had to do it. So I went ahead and got the little protective pads and stuff. Well, everyone knew I checked that out. They were all wondering if I was going to actually show up. They know I only did it because my parents wanted me to. Well, I thought about it a lot, actually. This was a major deal for me, actually. I thought about it a lot. I didn't want to do it. I was a professional ballet dancer. I had no business out there playing with the big football players. That's stupid. I was making a living as a ballet dancer. The easiest way for me to get screwed up is to play some stupid game like football where I'm being banged, stretching my ankles. As a matter of fact, I tell it in the story, I did twist my ankle. I knew I was going to because I didn't have any training. I didn't know how to play football. Actually, I did the Little League thing. Oh my God, that was awful. I always dreaded it when they put it into play because I'd have to ask someone next to me, okay, we're that team, right? Which way are we running? And then they would change it. I was like, why are we running the other direction now? Seriously, guys, I had no clue. I was at junior high, of course, you know, Little League and stuff. I never was available to play anyway because I was always in class. Well, I tell the story, and I even drop the names of who it is and everything. I tell the story. I told the story on Sunday, so I kind of shared it around a little bit because I wanted some of the people that were there. There were quite a few people from my class that were there that would probably remember when I did that. So I'm sharing that story. My parents have given me, well, I need to go pick up some more photo albums. Get in the back. Get in the back. Get in the back. He wants to show his breastplate thing. His leather drag, I guess that's what you call it. Doggy leather drag. He's got little spike collars on. He got all upset. I took it off him last night. He got all upset. Now, see, Betty Boop, we put her in a costume. Took us 3 days to get her out of the costume. She liked wearing it. We put Harry in a costume. He tore it off in seconds. But you put him in his little leather drag thing with the spikes, he likes that. I had a heck of a time getting that off of him this morning, or last night, because he likes to jump in the bed, and I can't have that with the spikes. My arm over here has holes in it. So I took it off of him. He did not want to let me take it off. He kept moving his arm so I couldn't get it. You know how they do. But he finally let me take it off. But my employee was going to put it on him this morning. Oh my gosh, the dog about knocked my employee over, all jumping up and down, so excited. He likes his little leather drag thing, his little S&M spiky drag thing that he wears. But I wanted to share the little story about the high school football thing. It's funny because I had no intention of doing it. Now, the reason I went, like I said, was I really had to go because if I just would not have shown up, even though most of those people didn't really like me anyway, or really care one way or another about me. To myself. Oh, yes, maybe. Oh, no, this is something you have to sign for. It's probably some bill or something. Probably eBay trying to get their money out of me, which I will never pay them. You know what happened on eBay, guys? I closed my eBay. I paid for my store. Let me finish that story. I opened eBay 10 years ago. I made a fortune. 150 sales a day was my average for a long time. 100 to 150. Made buckets of money. They changed the search engine. It became crap. It's useless to me now. There's no reason for them to pay them anything. Well, I told them I was going to close my store. And they said, well, you have 30 more days before you need to renew. And I said, well, I'm not renewing. Close my store. 30 days goes by. They didn't close my store. I contacted them. I said, you know you were supposed to close my store. Oh, it will just stop this month. So then finally they closed it at the end of the month because I didn't pay them that month. It was supposed to be closed. So immediately, 3 days, that means that they had that instantly set to go out. 3 days after I closed my store, I get a demand for payment for the prorated rate for my store for the next year. I said, here's the email where I told you to close the store long before you did. Here's my email where I said, why is my store still open? No, don't worry about it. It'll close within 30 days. Now you're sending me a bill. I wrote him back. I said, it'll be a cold day in hell before I pay you this bill. Bill me for it. Turn it into collections. I don't use credit, guys. I'm all cash. I run a totally cash life. If I can't buy something, I don't buy it. So I can care less. Report it or whatever. Boy, that glare is terrible. I can care less, and I am never going to pay it. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to get nasty about it. I'm going to turn it over to my attorney friend. He said he'd do it for free. I have a lot of attorneys that I know. I don't ever pay for legal services. I'll turn it over to an attorney friend of mine and just ask them how come they're trying to gouge me. And he'll get my money. He might even get me more money back than I paid in. As a matter of fact, I have submitted to my attorney all of the fraudulent refunds I did that I turned over to the state. And 160 some odd buyers on eBay were arrested for committing fraud because mine's all documented with court surveillance. Like if I say the item was in there and I asked them if the package was altered or tampered with in any way before they received it, and they say no, that means what my video showed going into that package is exactly what they got because I have court-backed surveillance. I can't count the number of times I've had to send an extra unit, and I have the documentation. I turned all that into the court. Even a $1 toy gets you in jail, guys, because it's felony fraud to commit postal fraud. So, all that, guess what? I'm submitting those losses too. If I have to turn this in, my attorney said, "Oh, you know what, Roger? You get all that money back." Really? I say, "Oh yeah, you definitely get all that money back, especially in the policy violations that eBay violated their own policies." And I have like 8 returns in the last year that is against eBay's policy to even refund the person, and they did it anyway. I'll get all that money back. So yeah, I'm getting nasty because that's messed up. I would have just blown it off. They should have just removed that bill because they did not do what they said. Why would I pay for a service that I'm not even using for another year after I told them to close it? It's ridiculous. So since they didn't adjust my bill, I'll have them adjust my bill in the right way. I'll actually get what I'm owed. They'll be paying me quite a bit of money instead of me owing them. So I'm doing that this week. I just sent the papers off. Oh, if mom has the text, she knows what you're going to come in for. Tell her that I did send off the remaining balance on the taxes today.
Yeah. Nobody's watching.
She might be watching the video.
Somebody's watching.
Or she might not even be there.
Somebody's watching. Who's that? Oh no. Oh yes, that.
No, she's there. Oh, she parked out of the thing because they must have been in the driveway.
All the cars coming to that. I need to change the car.
Oh, as soon as we get back, we got to carry my mom's furniture in. My mom's all excited. Yeah, just run in. I'm going to go around the block. Yeah, be quick. And she has the info on the text. As soon as we get back, we have to be ready to come over here because my mom's ordered from Mayfair, and it was supposed to be here weeks ago. I told her to order the couch from me. She would have had it in 7 days. But she ordered it from Mayfair. I didn't have the overstuffed type that she wanted. And it's arriving today. Well, she didn't pay the $20 to have him come put it in the house. So we've got to run over here and bring it in the house and put it in. She paid for the delivery, but not the setup. So as soon as it arrives, we've got to get over here. And it's not going to rain or anything today, so that's good. But it's a nice couch. It really is. She paid $500 for it, I think. And that was on sale, big time sale. So it's very nice. But that's supposed to arrive today. So if it does, she'll send me a text, and then we've got to run over here really quick and get that inside of her house. There's no way my dad and mom can move it. It's too big. So that's going on today. Today is Monday. My name is Roger Keyserling, for anyone who's popping in now, because we've had a few new people pop in. Basically, I just chit-chat in the morning. We talk about anything to be talked about. When I was in school, could talk about business, could talk about personal life, could talk about projects, could talk about shows. You never know what I'm going to talk about on my vlogs in the morning. On Tuesday and Thursday, I have a nice show. Oh, I'm going to make some announcements about that too. I have a nice show. All of my shows are going to be the same now. All of them are going to be open format. All of them are going to have one presentation in them a week or a show. And all of them are going to end with the opportunity to fill a live lot box. That means you come in at the end of the show and you're like, okay, do you have toys? My employee runs the warehouse, brings out a bunch of toys, and we fill up a lot box for you to buy very, very cheap. None of this is for profit. This is all wholesale liquidation, because I am trying to clear out a warehouse. I'm very behind on my new business, which is assembling motorcycles and reselling them, because I need the space. I'm not even going to start it until I have enough space to do it right. There's nothing worse than climbing over boxes trying to find tools. That's not happening. So I'm giving myself to January to start my new business. I have $1 million, well, it's not $1 million now. I've gotten rid of about $200,000 worth of stuff, guys. So I have about $750,000 worth of inventory still available for sale in lots. No profit. Remember, guys, I am clearing a warehouse. You can get things that are worth a lot of money for very little. But I'm only going to do that. I'm not doing it as a show by itself. Hold on, it's getting hot here. Whew. Not doing it as a show by itself. I'm doing it just at the end of my helpful tip show. Along that same lines, I am doing a new format on my eCom Tips podcast, which you guys really need to listen to. That's how I make a living, the sponsorships there. I am redoing my format of my podcast. From now on, because I have 3 ads, it's kind of a pain in the butt to listen to all 3 ads with just a little sound in between. I have to place them where they are, because most of mine are primary ads. They need middle placement. So I do put them all in a cluster, but I'm going to break it up a little bit. This is what I'm doing now. Each week or few days, probably each week, I am putting what I call the Tip Whisperer in. I used to run a show called the Tip Whisperer, completely separate. He's still on there. Completely separate from the other shows. Well, I'm not doing that anymore because I don't do enough Tip Whisperers to warrant that. So what I'm doing now is, the Tip Whisperer segment is only 20 or 30 seconds. It's just me making a little tip statement. So what I'm doing now in the podcast is, you'll listen to the introduction, there'll be a sponsor. Then there'll be a chime. Then there'll be a sponsor. Then there'll be a Tip Whisperer clip. And it even says, this week's Tip Whisperer, and then I give the Tip Whisperer, and then it ends. And the main part of our show will start after a word from our sponsors, and then one more sponsor will play, and then it's my show. But I'm putting the Tip Whisperer in. I was going to put a Tip Whisperer tip in between the 2, so there'd be 2 tips in each show. It made it just take too long to get to the main content of my show, so I am only doing 1. I will some weeks substitute a top 5 clip in there. What are the top 5 businesses in the U.S. today? If I'm talking about business. What are the top 5 favorite foods in the U.S. if I'm talking about a recipe or something? So what I'm doing is, I'm not making separate shows for the Tip Whisperer. I am just including a tip in between the sponsor, one sponsor, of my show. So that's a little bit different. Where is he? I'm again very late today, but I'm not in a massive rush today. Oh, goodness. I am so tired. No, he might be doing something. Oh, you know what? I bet he's moving the sofa out of the way, so when the new one comes, we can just move it in. That's probably what's taking so long. So yeah, I'm cruising the block. Going around and around and around the block. I do this a lot. I do this here, and I do it in Kansas City. My friend lives a few blocks from the hospital. I drop off my employee every day. Sometimes I just have him go in and pick up a package from her. I mail her stuff. Because when I mail it from Odessa, it gets to her buyers a day faster than when she mails it in Kansas City. But my employee goes over and sees her every day. I try to go over, but I'm always so busy, but I try to go see her pretty often too. Well, I do the same thing. I circle the block around my mom's because the signal is bad. And I circle the block around my friends because I'm waiting for my employee to come out. So I do loops up here and I do loops up there. Oh, hospital. I didn't deal with everyone in my medical today. I totally blew it off. On Twitch, they should be listening. I didn't check, but they should be today. Pretty easy day, but a little bit painful. They're going to give me a new diet, new food that I have to eat. Not supplements, but food. You know, I don't really absorb much from what I eat. I get IV fed. But, oh man, he's still not out. Oh, there he is. I have a new diet that they're giving me specific foods that I can actually absorb some of. If I can get a certain little bit of my nutrition from that, then they can cut out some of my supplements and my IV. And that will make it a little bit cheaper. All ready?
Yeah.
Okay, she saw the text and everything.
Yeah, I have it.
Okay.
This over here. This one?
Yes, we're going to use that today. Okay, I need to endorse this, don't I? Give me a pen. Oh, I got a pen. Give me that.
Not a pencil.
Yeah, I know. I found pens the other day. My employee cleaned the car, so where my normal junk is stuck, I couldn't find anything.
Is it in the back, no?
I know, it was on the floor. Alrighty. Hold on to that.
You guys waiting for the couch?
Yes, I hope it gets here soon, so as soon as we get back, we can take it in.
Yeah.
Because we're coming straight here. I have meetings this afternoon, so I hope it's by noon. It's supposed to be here by noon. And if it's here by noon, it won't mess with my schedule. If it's not, you might be sitting over at Mom's waiting for it to arrive, because I'm not going to be messing with it this afternoon. But it should be here by noon.
Yeah, it is not hot.
I would have got it cheaper. See, my mom ordered this couch specifically because my sister was coming to visit for her birthday, and it's a fold-out sleeper couch. It's really nice. But it didn't show up, so they had to use the old futon, which they used last time they were here, which is all right, but it's not a fold-out sleeper couch. So, you know, if it was me, I would get that sofa much discounted because it didn't. Ooh, Geico.
No.
Oh, yeah, he's over there.
Go fast.
Yeah, they're fast. The squirrels really zip through here.
Open.
Yes, of course they're open. I'm not. They open at 8. We came at 9.
That's how they.
Hi, I'm dropping all but one in. All but 100. Putting in, not taking out. That's a good thing.
Depositing everything but 100?
Yeah, all but 100 goes in. Hey. Squirrel.
No, a dog.
Oh, there's a dog over there.
Collie, yeah.
Get in the back. Look at him. He's all worked up. Oh, no. It's a doggy over there. Oh, no. He's all upset. He wants to go play with the dog. Oh, no. Oh, having a fit. Oh, having a fit. Hey, enough. Give him something to distract him.
You gonna bring this?
I didn't bring anything.
We're gonna focus on the couch.
I didn't bring anything. Hey.
One second.
He's all upset because there's a dog over there. Hey, get in the back. Stop it. That's a pretty collie. Hey. Hey. Enough. Yeah. There's a dog over there. He's just going off.
There's barking too.
I was looking for him. Look, they're barking. Hey. That one's barking for him. They can't see each other.
What's he on?
Shh. Give him some.
Oh, have a week. Have a week.
He's gone now. He's gone now. He's like, oh no, hey, get in the back. Get in the back.
Where are his cookies now?
He wants his cookies now. He's all worked up because I sat here and barked in the car. I wonder if they can hear that in there. I bet they turned the mic off. Did you hear all that whining and barking and carrying on? Oh, he's happy now. He'll be happy now. Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll see you in a few days. They're used to me at the bank. They always give us little treats. They give us extra. They're only supposed to give us. They're only supposed to give us one each, but they give us 4 all the time because we have the dogs. That was very funny. Betty says, I don't want that. Give me a steak. My employee got the marrow treats the other day. If you have a dog, the most favorite thing that you can give your dog is bone marrow. They go crazy. Crazy for the bone marrow. Are they open?
Yes. Oh no. Only I buy it in what's the name?
Dollar General.
Cases.
We have to get fuel.
Cases fuel.
You want to go to Casey's?
Yes. Buy that on my again.
Oh, you want to buy that bone marrow stuff
again? Required.
Buy. How much are those?
Like almost $4.
Ooh, that's expensive.
That's a lot.
Well, but he did steal them last time.
Oh, the box, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a little box per spoon.
Is it equal to what we would get if we went to Dollar Tree?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot in there. Okay. I don't mind paying a decent amount for a bag of treats if there's a lot of treats.
What's a lot? It's food.
Okay, well, we need fuel too, so $10 of gas, and go ahead and get our other stuff too.
Oh, that's fancy.
I don't have any more, so just get into it. I'm only making one stop today.
That's fancy. No.
I don't care. You're not paying for it.
Even if it's not enough.
There's plenty.
No.
You have a $20 bill.
Yeah, for the TV.
It's more than enough.
No.
Yes, it is.
Whatever you say.
He's trying to whittle more money out of me. That's what he's trying to do. I've been dealing with this for 27 years, so I'm used to it. All right, so now that the dog is quiet, he's probably looking to see where that collie came out. All right, so let's talk a little bit about e-commerce for just a few minutes, and then I'm going to let everybody go today. Today is Monday. If you are shipping today, you need to make sure that you ship quickly and you ship your packages well protected. I have been seeing a large increase on the comments on social media about improperly packaged items from eBay sellers. Also, I am seeing that same thing from FBA. Seeing a lot of complaints about people getting broken items from FBA because they use a box that's 5 times the size that they need to, and they throw 1 or 2 little balloons in there and call it shipped. So, if you are using FBA, you are going to have a little bit of drama with the way they package the items. It's enough that I am mentioning it. eBay, it's your responsibility. If you have problem packaging your items, you earned that problem. But FBA, they're doing it for you. They're supposed to do a professional job, and they are not doing it. So I don't use FBA. I will not use them. Now, that doesn't mean I don't use remote fulfilled warehouses, but I won't use FBA. I want a company that is actually responsible for the products they are shipping to handle my orders, not somebody shipping it out for me and charging me money and doing a piss poor job. Amazon is huge, guys. Almost half or more of the online transactions are influenced by Amazon in one way or another. I'm going to give you a word of advice, and I really want you to listen to me carefully. I'm not saying that Amazon's bad. There's nothing wrong with Amazon. I started on Amazon before I did eBay. But I am telling you, do not get comfortable with Amazon. Don't get comfortable. In other words, what you're doing today, do it well. Keep doing it. Make that money. But do not become complacent. Stay on top of the news. It is just a matter of time before Amazon crashes in on itself. All large companies do that. As a matter of fact, that's probably what it was designed to do in the first place. Take over all the markets, then chop up and let those little markets take over different markets. That's how they do it. Just like AT&T. So, I'm just warning you guys, as Amazon becomes even more and more horrible and monstrous, you're going to have more and more conditions with bad shipped products, things being late, more technical issues. They are biting off more than they can chew in some respects. The instant delivery stuff, yeah, they can do that in a major city, but they're trying to expand, and where they offer that, it's going to make their reputation really hit the bottom. It's just a matter of time, but that's nothing to do with it. What makes them come apart is how fat they are in the bank. Whenever a company becomes large, it becomes targeted because it's dangerous. You know, we did get rid of socialism pretty much, communism and all that. Well, what do you think a major corporation is? So, it becomes socialist. If everything is owned by one company or the government, you are in a socialist economy. We are free enterprise, limited free enterprise. We used to be free enterprise, and anyone had a chance to make a business. Now they have restricted and regulated everything in such a way that unless you are in the top 2%, you can't do whatever you want. If you're in the top 2%, you can invest in anything you want. If you're below that, how are you going to invest if no one will let you invest? How are you going to take over a business if you don't get the search engine results? Basically, you can take a free enterprise system and make it into a socialist communist system by regulations. And that is what's going on. Now we have a tire light on. So while we're here...
You're going to pick a gauge.
And you didn't buy a gauge.
No, it costs $2 there.
Nobody's there, so we use this one.
It's $2 for the gauge.
All right, what did you buy me? Nothing?
No, nothing. Only buy the gas. I don't have the top three.
Let's see how much money he's got left. All right, so we are trying to get air in our tire. I don't know which one's low. Probably this one. I don't know. Oh, it must be that one because he went over there first. We always have low tires. I live on gravel roads. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been working since 1 this morning, guys, so I'm a little tired. We live on gravel roads, and they always get nails and crap in your tires. Oh, the guy gave me a gauge. We need to buy a gauge. We're going to go buy a gauge today. I thought he bought one the other day. Probably the other tire. Or it's really low. I look, yes, he has, we don't have a gauge, but he borrowed one from somebody. I think it's the other tire. What you doing there, Betty Boos? Yeah, it must be this tire.
No, it's not.
Well, the light's still on. Did you put air in both tires? Maybe it's the front ones.
Let me pull in a minute.
Yeah, maybe it'll go off. Is that guy waiting on you?
Yeah.
Is he waiting to leave for you?
No.
Oh, he's waiting on his friend. Okay. I say, don't make this man wait because you're using his gauge. The light's still on. Sometimes it doesn't go off until I start the car again. We haven't put air in the front tires in a long time. It's always the back tires that pick up the nails. I don't know why the front ones don't. Did you figure out what it was? Did you figure out which one?
What fun?
They're all got the same in it?
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe the light will go off. Yeah, when I move it, maybe the sensor will go on. All right. Next stop. Can I back up? I can't see
Claro,
a
loco,
thing.
loco. Pasando ese metro es behind you.
I can't see a thing. We need windshield wiper fluid. You know what? Get me windshield wiper fluid. No. At Dollar Tree, they have it.
Yeah.
If not, they'll have it somewhere.
Well, I thought you.
Yeah, I thought I killed somebody too. I waved at them because they were nice enough to let me out. All right, we are trying to get out of here. What time is it? Oh, we're doing okay. It's not 9 yet. Not 9 yet. I'll be late if I don't get out of here by 9. On the highway by 9. You know, they don't even have anything out anymore. I like that little Jeep, the little mini Jeep. See, there's a business in Odessa that sells those. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do some. They have really good Halloween decorations they're putting out. The antique stores and stuff around here.
Yeah.
There's only one out so far. They always do a good one. Yeah, and then Brenda Oliver's place. Well, I think she still owns that Heritage Realty. Shouldn't drop names. I haven't talked to these people in a while. They have Opera House apartments here. I bet that's full of all hippies or something.
Opera House?
Opera House. That means a little New York studio kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hippie apartments. All right. Well, they have a business here where they buy and assemble motorcycles and then they resell them. Well, you know, dirt bikes and kids cars and stuff. Their prices are the same as pretty much everywhere else. But I started looking, and I can buy those same things from myself wholesale. I can buy it from my own business wholesale. Have my employee assemble them, and there's like a $500 to $600 profit margin.
More than that?
Well, no. No. I'm talking, you're not. There's a $500 to $600 profit margin. Now, there's more markup than that, but there's overhead costs. I have to pay this idiot over here to put them together. Then we have to put gas in it. Then we have to go get them inspected and all this stuff. So it's about $500 to $600 you can make off every single one on the higher end ones. The cheaper bikes, you make about $300, but the overhead on those is almost nothing. So that's my business that I'm starting in January. That's the business I am starting in January. So I'm emptying my warehouse of eBay crap because I don't need it. I'm selling it all off in lots. I have my inventory at Keywebco.com. By the way, if you need a Halloween costume, that is the place to get it, guys. I have 11,000 listings for costumes. All right, highway, straight highway, or do you want to stop? Oh, we didn't get treats or anything.
I know.
Should I go back?
No, it's closest still.
They're still closed. Okay, so just get whatever it is you're going to get here.
Well, yeah.
Well, get them something, chips or something that you can feed them. Keep your mouth shut. And get me a drink. Here. Do not spend crazy money. You should have $10. I have to really watch him. Most of the time, he's pretty good. But if there's something he wants and he's got the money in his pocket, he's just going to buy it. With my money, I don't like that. But 27 years of it, so I'm used to it. All right, so let's recap a few things that I've gone over. I talked about earlier in the show, I talked about my little high school football thing, which I've never really talked about until recently. That's on my podcast. You can also see it on my Facebook Live on Sunday. It's about minute 20, so you can skip through everything. Well, it's minute 20 on the podcast. On the show live, it's probably not that far along because it's minute 20 on the podcast because it's got ads and stuff in it. It'll be a little earlier than that in the Facebook Live show. It's kind of a funny. It's kind of a funny story. Me trying out for football, and then I talked about the shows that are going on Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I have my eCom Tips podcast show, which is also Helpful Tips show. I have like 3 things that are combined that I use together. It gets a little confusing sometimes. If you want to check out the shows that I do, you can go to Keywebco. No, wait, take that back. Go to Helpful Tips helpfultips.mystrikingly.com. helpfultips.mystrikingly.com. If you go there, you can see my show. It's all embedded. You can see a few other shows that I watch too. I'm not going to name them off. You can just go to the website and look. All right, so that's really about it. I am freezing. I have got the heat on and I am still cold. I am not used to this seasonal change yet. It's gonna be beautiful today, 70 degrees, just a gorgeous day. Gorgeous day. Boy, he needs to hurry. It's almost 9 o'clock. I am anxious to go. I have a lot to do and I'm extremely tired. I've been up since 1 this morning working. I got a lot done. When I get back, we have to run over to my mom's, haul the sofa in. And then after that, I go home. I have a meeting. Boy, I hope I can make that meeting. I have to make that meeting. Yeah, I should be able to make it. I have an online meeting. Big news. I saved it to the end. I think, I don't know yet, I should get some sort of response hopefully today or tomorrow. But I have all of my stuff at keywebco.com is going to be available at Prairie Grip. All of it. 60,000 listings worth eventually. Right now, I think it's 30,000 listings. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I don't have inventory control. I know that if I see something sold out on my Shopify that I'm going to need to go over, you know, like totally sold out, they don't have any more, I'm going to have to go over to Prairie Grit every day and delete the items that are no longer available. That's nightmarish, but I'll be doing it. I think I'm only going to do that on a minimum level. I have a feeling that what's probably going to happen is I did this import, we'll put all the items in. You got me my tea.
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy the bigger tea?
You didn't finish last time.
I didn't finish it?
No, I can't finish it.
Oh, well, that's a good reason. Shut your door.
That's the reason I buy it.
And you got that and little tiny pieces of that. Because that's $3. Open this.
It's a big.
Give me my change. How much money is left? You had $10.
$8. I had $10.
You still have the $10. Yes,
Yeah.
I was going to say. That's out of the 20. See, I told you got to watch him.
No, it's in my bag.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have mentioned it if I didn't ask. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I was born a whole lot of yesterdays ago.
55 years ago.
50 some odd years
53.
ago.
52. You can know 52.
Am I 52 or 53? How old
You're
am I?
52 now. You can know 53.
I'm going to be 53.
In 1 month.
Yeah, that's right. I never know. I quit counting at 40, guys.
Sit.
Sit. Oh, now they're going to be screaming at me. Don't eat that. That's for them.
Sit.
We got, we didn't,
Sit.
man.
Good check.
Hold on. Maybe if I do it cold, we're fogging up.
Wait, boo.
Hold on. Let me get on the highway, guys. They slammed on their brakes in front of me.
Wait.
You know, I had a job a long time ago after I was murdered
No, wait.
and came back.
No.
I took jobs I wasn't supposed to, but I did all the time. Until I, had a panic attack and then I had to quit. But I took jobs. My favorite job, the one job that if I ever had to go back to what I call slave labor, working for someone else, brake check. I drove for brake check. Now, you probably don't know what brake check is unless you live in San Antonio. It's kind of like Midas. Hey, no barking. Give it to them, not you. You're worse than the dogs. Wait, go in the back. No barking. My employee is eating the treats in front of him. No, make him throw it in the back. Make him go after it.
No. Hey.
Throw it in the back so he can't get it. There we go. See, that kept him busy for a second.
Well, you want to go?
Hey, not so fast. All right, so
Almost.
interrupted. I'm never gonna get a topic out. I totally forgot what I was gonna say, Jim.
Good brake check.
Yeah, I know. I forgot the point of telling him that. Oh, I remember now. If I decide to ever go to work slave labor for somebody else again, the only kind of job that I would want to do is a delivery job where I'm delivering parts. As a matter of fact, I brought this up for a very specific reason. I have been considering my January new business as delivery driving for Amazon. I've been considering it because I would be the perfect one. I even have my own loading dock and warehouse and everything else. I would be great. They'd probably end up using me as a distribution area. But that's a huge undertaking. I don't think I want to take off and bite off that big of a drama. But I've been giving it some serious thought. I'm approved to do it, by the way. See, I'm one of those people. If I see that there's a job I like, I go apply for it. And then when I get it, I turn it down. I apply for jobs all the time. I get every one of them. If I was able to work, I'd apply for jobs and probably not be able to get any of them. But since I can't work, every job I apply for, I get. I don't know why I still do that. It's habit. I still apply for jobs that I know I'm not going to take. And I always get them. That's the bad part. But if I were to ever go back to the labor force and work, I would probably drive for Brake Check or something. Not for them. Some delivery company. I loved it. It was great. I'd get up at 5:30 in the morning. I'd drive to their warehouse. They would fill the back of I had a Geo Tracker. Remember that Geo Tracker? I love that car. It was all convertible and stuff. I had a nice tan, trust me. Hey, enough! But the Geo Tracker, love that thing. All I did was go in at 5:30 in the morning. I'd go to the warehouse. We'd leave about 6 or 7. They'd fill up the back of my car. I just did a little route. I'd just drive all the way around San Antonio, drop off parts, pick up parts. Then I'd get back there about lunchtime. I'd take my lunch break, fill up the car for the afternoon. I'd do one more loop around, and I was done for the day. I loved it. I could do whatever I want, pick up friends. I would always have friends with me, drive around. Every Brake Check place I went to, they all always would come out when I arrived, just to see who I had in the car. Remember, guys, this isn't too long after I had my production company. So a lot of the people still hanging around with me were actors, actresses, dancers, performers, strippers, Eastern Onion kind of stuff. So all the mechanics would always come out to see who I had in the car. Now, a lot of times it was him or my friend Donnie I used to ride around with. Or Melissa. But Melissa wasn't not Melissa Paz, but she wasn't really pretty. But, she's a lesbian. She wasn't very pretty. She didn't want to be pretty.
No.
But some of the girls that, used to dance would be riding around with me too. A lot of times they would call me up and say, "Hey, what are you doing this afternoon? I want to go to lunch." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm doing Brake Check. Jump in the car, we'll go eat lunch." They used to love it because they would get to ride around with me. We'd chit chat, and it was a lot of fun. Then, if I didn't have a delivery, I got to take a little time to myself. Well, I had friends that lived next to almost every Brake Check in San Antonio. So if I didn't have a rush delivery, I'd run over to a friend of mine's house and have a cocktail and chit-chat for a while or watch a TV show, and then I'd jump back in the car and go. I love that job. I made good money, too.
Yeah.
For what it was.
Yeah.
I made pretty good money for what it was. Oh, I would do about 8 hours of driving. I would always done by 3 or 4 in the afternoon. They always timed it so I would be done and I could be home before rush hour, or it was really bad. It was a great job. I love that job.
There's nothing now.
All right, now that we're out of treats, I'm going to have to probably let everybody go because the dog is going to bark and bark and bark. All right. Well, I've been on here long enough. I've been on here quite a while. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed listening to me rattle on and on and on. A little bit about me, a little bit about e-commerce and the dogs, and who knows what else I talked about. I will be back on again tomorrow doing a video vlog like I do every morning. Then in the evening, 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I will be doing the Helpful Tips show. Quiet! All right, guys, I'm going to have to let you go while we listen to the dog bark. All right, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to everyone soon.